Hey guys, boys and girls, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to the next fight, the next set in the series between Flash and Ruin as part of the Flash SL aka Laddernet series on Namkraft YouTube channel. Do you love me? Do you hate me? You get what you hate, so you better hate me, because if you don't hate me, you won't get me. Anyways, the map is gonna be one of my favorite maps. Everyone's lovely map this season is gonna be Roaring Current. This map is insane. We've seen so amazing games this game. On this we've seen carriers, we've seen guardians, we've seen triple starport from Flash. What is gonna be the plan here? We shall see. But let's just quickly show you first of all the map thumbnail. There it is. Roaring Current, 2-player map. Flash located at the top right in the purple color, and Ruin located at the bottom left in the, I don't know, what is this color? Green. I think this is what they call teal, but I never understand what is a teal color, right? It's one of those made-up English words I don't know about. Just like the map's polypoid. Like, what the heck is a polypoid? And what the hell? I mean, it seems like a disease. Seems like a venereal disease. Like you get polypoid from going to the red light districts in Thomas the Flying Dutchman's hometown. I mean, that's what polypoid sounds like to me. And Radion, what the hell is Radion? I mean, now I know what Radion is, but before I don't know what Radion is. I thought Radion is like some kind of superhero from the Power Rangers or something like that. But anyways, map Roaring Current is easy to understand. I understand what is roaring, I understand what is current, but it's gonna be hard to know who is gonna be roaring in this game. By the way, this is what this guy Ruin looks like, in case you're wondering. What does Flash look like? Should I show you Flash's face? Yeah, sure, why not? Just for completion's sake. Let me just quickly show you. This is God's face. I mean, you technically don't want to draw God's face because you don't know what he looks like. He could be black, he could be gay, he could be a woman, or you're transgendered. But as for Flash, we know who he is, so it's gonna be nice to actually show him here. We're gonna be having a 12 Nexus 14cc expansion here. And very smart, he's gonna put down. Okay, Ruin doesn't have enough money for the pylon. He could not put on a pylon, guys. Is it an off-center command center? It seems like it's a little bit off-center, isn't it? Anyways, please let me know in the comments if you know that if this command center is off-center or not. But anyways, looks like on this side of the map here is Ruin is going to be going for Gateway after Nexus. I think Nexus started first and then Gateway later, as you can see. So both of these players have a good advantage, and there's going to be a barracks coming out here. And on this 2-player map, I think going for this early scouting is very advantageous for Protoss, because if you see any kind of rush, you quickly put down a gateway and try to play from behind. If you see that the Terran players is saving up for an expansion, you can actually have enough time to put down your own expansion. So very versatile build. Do we have a manor pylon? It would be very fun to have a manor pylon here. We've not seen that for a long time. This probe is doing a lot of damage. That SC needs to get repaired, and I guess at the last minute, Ruin is going to leave the area. He has for Flash. He comes over with a scouting probe. There's going to be a core. I mean, he would skip the Zelle out as well. Very nicely done. And behind this, Flash is going to be forced to put down an expansion. Excuse me, not an expansion. Already put down an expansion. Need to put down a bunker. That probe getting sniped is not something that Ruin would like to have at this point, though. But still, it's going to be fine. And probes coming out to the wrong timing. You need to send probes a little bit early. I mean, this early stage of the game, everything matters. Every single 1 second late really matters. And that was an off-center command center, guys. So I guess I was not wrong in my assessment there. But anyways, we just quickly show you the map stats, because this map is supposed to be very good for Protoss, right? Roaring Current 54.8% win rate for Terran versus who now? Terran versus Protoss. I guess it's still not that great. Dominator could be much better for Protoss. But anyways, I think this map, because of the potential for Terran to go for double starport, and he's gonna strike this area behind his expansion with his tanks, and basically Terran would dominate this entire island. I mean, it's so difficult for Protoss to do any kind of work in those areas, but we shall see if Flash is gonna have a chance to come out here. We're gonna be having first factory, second factory. Do you have additional buildings coming up from Flash? No armory, anything of that sort. No academy. There's gonna be a robo. This robo is kind of delayed. That SV is about to lose here. The Zealot just blocking, make sure the SV cannot escape. Do not let the SV come back. That would be the worst thing that Ruin could actually have happen to him right now. But he will kill that SV. He's going to have a scouting probe. So the game is going to stabilize. We heard something there. Looks like there was something cancelled. The second factory was cancelled. And then we need double starport. This is like the kind of thing you need to be doing on this map. Double starport. We've seen it at one game against Lava, where Flash has gone for triple starport. But I guess he would not do that against Protoss, because Protoss don't have mutualists, right? You only use the triple starport when you play against a race that is so good in the air. in the early stage, and that is going to be Zerg. But anyways, the game is not going to have anything exciting for the next 5 minutes. So I guess I'm going to take this time just to thank some of my fans who have supported me in the last 30 days. By the way, if you have supported me but I don't say your name, there are a couple of possibilities. One is that you bought me coffee more than 30 days ago, which is fine. I mean, I always appreciate you, but of course, you know, we have memories, right? I remember the people who bought me coffee a little bit later compared to others. I mean, that is just real life restriction. I mean, I called up some of my ex-girlfriends recently, and they're like, who the hell are you? And I was so surprised. I was so appalled. It's like, hey, man, like, 2 years ago, we used to have it going and all that stuff. And she's like, excuse me, I'm married now. So, I mean, just please understand, this kind of things happen. So if you have not bought me coffee in the last 30 days and you want me to remember you, just buy me that coffee. $3, $2, $1, whatever. Anything helps. And I would just make sure to add you to the list. But anyways, let me just quickly go to their names. Mr. Peter from Poland. Mr. JW, there was a scan from Flash Day. What is he scanning? He's scanning the main, and he sees the double robotics and the observatory, and he sees the observer moving around. He doesn't see the Reaver. There is no Reaver building. Where's the Reaver building? There's no Reaver building. This shuttle's got nothing inside. It's got double Dragoon. What is this kind of move? Okay, he's gonna be waiting for the kind of drops, and there's gonna be no drop coming. Should I just continue with the tanking business? I guess I'm gonna put it away. So I guess today I will not show anyone's faces, excuse me. That will be for another day. I just quickly show your names, and that's going to be it. Anyway, so the raid's gonna look for some openings and Flash, and we'll see that there's gonna be some Dragoons gonna have to back down. This game reminds me of that other map that we used to play in the old day. What is that one called? Lost Temple. Who remember Lost Temple? Lost Temple is one of my worst map. I hate that map. But because everyone on in the what are those, the lobbies play Lost Temples, Fighting Spirit, Python, and Polypoid, I have to play it. Anyways, there's some observer getting sniped. Where exactly? There it is. And finally, there's going to be a drop ship here, but 3 bases coming down for Ruin. So far, Ruin has survived the initial onslaught. Double raids waiting to snipe any kind of shuttle building, and we need to have shuttle with speed soon. Looks like it is underway. Right, let me just quickly check. There's gonna be a scan from Flash. So many things happening, excuse me. I could not actually watch everything. Anyways, looks like shuttle with speed is undergoing observer with speed, right? Observer speed is also underway. So it looks like everything is gonna go on air this entire game. A new base coming up here. Very nicely. Probes are not actually getting transferred. I think you need to transfer the probes right now. It's a quick expansion coming out from Flash, and we will have how many raids total? Another scan from Flash to see exactly if there's any presence, and that gateway, that Dragoon is actually being protected by Binance. There's going to be a scan to check the Observer. Observer's going to get sniped because I think there's going to be Cloak raids underway, right? The Cloak, I think, is done. Definitely Cloak is done, and finally the Cloaks have arrived. The cannons are a little bit slow to the scene. Dragoons are coming out. There's an Observer. There's got to be an Observer soon. There's the Observer. And how many raids will get sniped? Looks like they are all surviving. They will go inside the main tier. And Ruin for now is, excuse me, the Ruin is gonna completely get ruined. But so far, 3 base coming up for Ruin is not a bad idea. And this shuttle being alive is very, very important. We've seen so many games where the Protoss player loses shuttle to raids on this map. You don't want to be losing your shuttle to raids, and raids are always going to be trying to look for that opening, looking for that shuttle. The shuttle is hanging out where exactly? I'm not seeing it. Observer once again nicely placed, and double dropship coming in with 4 tanks. Looks like the shuttle is coming onto the side of the map. The shuttle is going to land right now. There are going to be 4 tanks, and looks like 6 Dragoons are here to support. Need to actually pull the shuttle back. The race need to focus attention on the shuttle. Shuttle's alive. Another tank's gonna be falling forever. The Dragoons will try to clear these dropships first before clearing out the tank. Not bad. He will get a couple units, and once again, raids are coming out. The shuttle is gonna have speed now, so it's gonna actually escape. But I think behind this, 4 of the 3 tanks will actually come out and shell these areas. Observer here to spot, and that last raid is still alive, which will provide a bit of vision. There need to be another shuttle coming up soon, but 3 bases coming up for Ruin. Behind this, a 4th base coming up, but Flash got a hold of this base, and probes need to get transferred to this brand new base, I guess. And now on this side of the map, Flash is gonna have his own expansion. Observer spotting here, and more stuff coming out. This Flash scan again. I'm not so sure, but anyways, this raid providing some nice vision. And I guess this pylon will need to be a replacement pylon very soon. And what is going to be the plan here for Ruin? He's going to be making what now? I guess he's making additional shuttle. Does he have some other build is going to happen? Finding his shuttle, and looks like the raids are going to try to come out to protect here. And it looks like the Dragoon's going to try to come out, and Flash scanning furiously, looking for some openings. And finally, the shuttle has loaded up some stuff. He's going to be careful. There's a wraith waiting. He knows about it. He's going to have to go out. And now triple raids. Triple raid from Flash to abuse the map like crazy. Finally, his Observer getting sniped. Flash is doing everything correctly here. I think there's got to be some expansion propensity to get transferred towards his fourth base. I mean, this is the right response from Ruin when the Terran player is going for these kind of attacks. You want to be expanding like crazy. You want to take these bases that will be a little bit hard to take later, while Flash is busy coming out here and assaulting your base. And now we're going to be having how many raids? Once again, 3 raids. And Flash finally expands to the 4th wave. Flash has got 4 bases going up here. I'm not so sure what is going to be the plan for Ruin, because as you go further and further, your air support will just completely lose compared to Flash's, unless you go for carriers. There's going to be double shadow, but he's not actually having any kind of openings at all. This base has some cannons though, so that's good for the time being. What is going to be the plan here for Ruin? He's just running around. He's the additional. He's going to be making some City of Adur. He's going to be going for Zelle bootleg. Does he have a second? Robotics doesn't have it. The shadow finds an opening here, and I guess the raids have returned, right? Looks like finally the shuttle is going to land some Dragoons here, and at the last, all of this shuttle will force an observer to spot. You need to clear out as many tanks as possible. All of the raids died. How many raids will survive after the battle? Looks like 1 Dragoons will clear 1 of the tanks, but this drop is still going on here from Flash. I think the shuttle is alive though. One of the shuttle is somewhere else on this map. I'm not actually able to see it. Anyways, another observer is going to get sniped, and I guess we need to expand somewhere else. There's going to be no other place to expand because every other bases on this map will be an island within Flash's control. So Flash coming up to 4 bases. Ruin is still leading about purchase supply, but this map is so unpredictable, so hard to guess what will happen next because there's so much variables. But there's going to be Templar Archive. Which means that Ruin is going to be going for the Templar strategy here. There's going to be a scan from Flash to check exactly what Ruin is up to. And what is Ruin up to? Where's his additional shadow? We don't see it. He's looking around with his shadow. He's going to be with his observer just to spot here. So for now, Ruin is temporarily coming up with just 3 bases. He's just mining from 3 bases, and his base got gas, which is fine. There's going to be observer looking for another location, and finally this base has got a lot of twins gap. Looks like there's going to be an attack on his side of the map, but Flash has got so much forces, so much tanks, so many tanks, and Ruin will come out with what now, a shuttle with only a reaver. I mean, it's so hard for Ruin to actually play on this map, Roaring Current, with the way that Flash has abused the map, excuse me. So let's see what is going to be planned here. For now, Flash is going to hold these areas with some tanks, once again scanning fiercely, looking for additional shadow, looking for additional movements from the enemy, and looks like Ruin might decide to attack head-on. He's got a shadow. There are no Goliaths. He comes over with some Zelle with leg, and the Reaver is going to take the shot. He's going to clear the first turret. It's about to get destroyed, but it looks like very smart from Flash to pull back, and now he's got everything controlled. So that's nice. This side is still being controlled. I think now Ruin need to use the shadow to his advantage to clear this area with the fast-moving shadows, and then come back with more shadows. He's got the double robotics, so it's going to be very good for him to actually come out with multiple shadow very quickly. And Templar Archive is done, so Templar energy is, Storm energy is being researched. Storm ability, not energy, not yet anyways. So 4 bases for Flash and 4 bases, 1, 2, 3, 3.5 bases for Ruin. Finally, this area is going to get clear, and that Raids is completely sleeping on the job here. Finally, this area is going to completely die, and we might have a drop against this area. Why not? Why not? Ruin is loading up some forces. He's going to leave some Zealot behind just to make sure that he can actually cover in case there's going to be additional building, additional attack. And Flash with the +1 weapon is going to move forward across the map here. Flash is going for +1 armor and +2 weapons. And as for Ruin, his Templar Archive need to complete now because the attack from Flash is coming on very strong. What is going to be the plan here? A lot of Dragoons. It's going to completely melt if actually doesn't put it back. He pulls some of them back to protect. Very nice. And the tank from Flash is looking very strong. +1 is still +1. No, +2 and 1 right now. Dragoons are not moving. There's going to be a counter drop towards the side of the map, and these Dragoons need to buy as much time as possible. The Shadow's going to land. We have 3 turrets, but not in the right area, and the Shadow's going to be hiding in the corner, going for the drop inside of Flash's main. Oh my god, so much multitasking from Ruin. But it looks like Flash is plowing forward with his upgraded tanks here. There's going to be a drop inside the map, and once again, stuff coming inside of the main as well. Insane battles. These tanks will clear out at least 2 bases at one. It looks like Ruin is running away with the rest of his force, but inside of Flash's main, Flash is losing a lot of stuff supply-wise. Ruin is leading about 30 supply. What are these shadows going? I guess he's going to try to go out there and go somewhere else, and it looks like there's going to be some attack on his command center. It's been low and it's been lifted up. This Nexus has been sniped, but Flash could not take out 2 bases at one. He's only taking out 1 base at a time. This attack is going to be looking very strong. Ruin's going to be coming from the southern side. He's got a shadow. What is it exactly his inside? Let me just quickly check. I think there's going to be some height. There's only a single height. There's going to be a great storm that hits 3 tanks. Zealot flying forward, not enough supply, not enough vultures to block, and that is a great tank. There's going to be another splash damage, a shadow return, there's something inside it though. He will clear so many tanks, and Flash is forced to reinforce from this side of the map here. He's playing from the low ground, and for now Ruin is about to hold this area. And this base once again is still under siege, and there's going to be more drop, and Ruin is coming up and destroying Flash left and right. Flash is under a lot of pinch right now. These tanks slowly come onto the high ground, and that kind of is going to fall. The tank still not yet finished upgrading. I think the upgrade will complete in about 2 seconds now, and that's gonna add a very nice boost to Flash's army. It looks like Rune's gonna retreat. He's still once again. I told you he's gonna be losing 2 bases. Another scan. Flash is gonna have a lot of army here, and what is gonna be Rune's plan? He is doing some nice harassment. We need to clear this area right now before he loses the Nexus. The Nexus is about to die. Looks like Rune's got enough forces. We attack right now. The Nexus has been sniped. Looks like Goliath's gonna try to snipe one of the shuttles. The gonna land some Zealot. He's gonna cast a storm on some of the tanks. The Reaver is gonna be getting destroyed. Not good from Rune. And looks like this area is gonna be completely healthier by Flash, and Rune could not penetrate. And keep in mind that Rune is now running low on minerals. He's only mining from 2 bases. Good Zealot bombing to clear all of these tanks, all of these expansion units from Flash gonna get destroyed here. Now supply wise, Rune is leading by about 50 supply. Flash is leading in bases, got 3 bases compared to Rune's 2, but in terms of army, Rune has won a nice decisive victory. What's the plan? It's gonna be still 2 tanks here blocking the middle, and it looks like Rune has decided not yet to move out. Do we have any shuttle? And those are the shuttle, and I guess Rune would now decide to expand towards the space. Why not? That could be a good idea. Dragoon's gonna try to clear out all of these turrets and slowly destroy it. It's gonna be a storm drop. A Reaver drop, not bad. Flash is not responding. He will lose a lot of SCV. That's going to be a dud. That's a dud. No, that's not. That was a great shot. Great shot. And finally, Flash has responded. It's a little bit slowly there. And that Reaver has got how many kills? I think about 6 or 7 kills. That is a great shot. No, it's not. That is an actually correct shot here. There's a lot more stuff inside of this area. And Flash now on 4 bases and Rune down to just 3 bases. Almost zero mining, because this base is about to get mined out. This expansion's got a few very few minute patches remaining. What is going to be the plan here for Rune? Because Rune is running out of minerals. Flash is behind a bit by supply, but he's doing really great in terms of economy. Rune need to come out with more scannings, and Flash, as for Flash, need to make a lot more air units. I mean, with his superior economy, need to switch back into air and make some dropship, make some raids, make sure that those shuttles cannot fly into his main base anymore. Flash has stopped playing air, and that is a mistake, I think, for Flash in this game. But anyhow, the game will go on here. Rune is still leading about 60, so he's gonna plow forward. He's got a lot of infantry. Flash needs to hold hard. He's got this nice bridge. Need to put some mines, maybe put some vultures in front, and Rune plows forward. And it's gonna be a major battle incoming. Looks like the shadow is gonna land a lot of stuff. He's Zealot drumming, and Goliath's not going to work. It's gonna be some Storm Reavers gonna try to go to work. It double Reavers. Very nice shot. One Reaver gets in time. The second Reaver is still alive. It would take some great shot and damaging so many units, and now the Reaver, I think, will finally lose it live. But it's clear a lot of forces and Flash defenses have been broken, guys. Rune is mining, distance mining, but doesn't matter because he comes to destroy all of the Flash's forces. Flash once again still behind by about 50 supply. Those SCVs will fall, and it's gonna be attack against 2 bases at the same time. Nice precision strike from Rune. It's gonna be a Templar to cast a storm. Need to pull his Zealot back. He doesn't care. He just plow forward and destroy all of these tanks. Not bad. And more attack coming through, and this command center will fall. A lot of tanks will be falling. Their live Dragoons need to attack right now. What are they doing with the Dragoons? Gonna try to come forward and actually finish up the game right now. Well, he's not attacking. Finally, he will attack. And there could be another storm coming from the backside. I'm not so sure exactly. He doesn't have energy. Maybe about 5 more seconds. Gonna cast a storm. He's waiting patiently for it. 72, 73, 74, 75. Whoever stormed to the SE, not able to storm. Great storm to hit so many units. And this Templar's got 6 kills. A very nice attack. And now Rune is leading about 60 supply. Need to actually strand some probes to his brand new base here. But Flash is not really mining. He's not really mining. A lot of command centers are burning everywhere here, and that tank is gonna have to go back and retreat. I guess he's gonna get one of those units. The command center has fallen, and SCVs could not save it. GG from Flash. Nicely done from Rune. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.